this damn good. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time, and I came to groove. The whole band's here, and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. Coming out the jacket, cause we're turning up the heat.
Welcome, and I'm your host, Michael P. America. And today we're going to talk about American democracy failing, the internal threat, and extremism cultivated in the United States. This is basically going to be an introductory to the conversation. And the reason is that there's a whole lot to cover, and we're going to be having this conversation probably all the way into the election. And I'm talking about the 2024 election, just in case, somebody finds us in a time capsule somewhere. But the reality is that the United States of America is in a really bad place. And you're not really being given the truth about what's really happening. So just to kind of give you some numbers, our democracy rating is really bad. We're sitting at 36, and we're not even listed as a working democracy. And that's crazy. So we're at 36. We're not even in the top 30 in regards to working democracies. We're not even a working democracy, and so that's crazy. We're a country that preaches democracy, and we preach democracy throughout the entire world. It's part of the hegemon mantra, and I know maybe you Gen Xers and millennials may not understand what we're talking about in regards to the hegemon, but it definitely goes back into my days, and even now, that's still going on. And I know that that's probably part of the debate in regards to some of the dissent that's going on the other side. Not so much us being a hegemon, but more to do in regards to our activities around the world, or our investment around the world, I think would probably be a better way to phrase it. But we're listed number 36 as a deficient democracy. And I want you to wrap your head around that, because we are a country and a nation of people who believe that we are the democracy. And that is a major illusion. And that's an illusion that they've been selling you, even with all of the things that have been happening in our country. They are selling us something that it's just not so. This illusion is getting ready to come to an end, because there is an authoritative group out there, and we call them Republicans, but they're not Republicans anymore. They are a party of extremists. The Republican Party is done. They are gone. And I know I'll get a little bit of pushback on it, because there are people that identify with the brand, but that is not the reality. When you have the Klan, who votes supposedly Republican, that's what they call it, right? And you have Nazis, talking about Nazis here in the United States, that vote Republican. And then you have the Confederate. And what I mean by Confederate is basically these guys who are still fighting the Civil War. They vote Republican. Those three groups have taken over the Republican Party, so they are no longer the Republican Party. They are a party of radical extremists. And I know that there are Republicans out there that are still trying to hang on to the brand, but it simply does not exist. And I do believe that the head of the party has made that known, that it's his party. So we have to have a real conversation. So let's go back to the fact that we are listed number 36 as a democracy, but not a working democracy, a deficient democracy. So let's wrap your head around that for a second. a deficient democracy. Example, your kid gets a report card and you find out you have to have a meeting with the teacher, and you go have this meeting, and of course you're going to bring your kid. And the teacher's like, I love Billy, but Billy is really deficient in math or English or whatever. Billy's failing. Billy is failing math. Okay, well, we are failing democracy. We are failing democracy, and this truth has to come out. So many lies have been told to the people. So many illusions are being sold to the people in regards to our current status. Our partners overseas are trying to figure out how to move on without us. Think about that for a second. Not only move on without us, what if we become a potential threat? That's the other part of the conversation. And what would actually give them this idea? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at something. A few people having a hangout, roasting hot dogs, tearing up a few things. Let's take a look at this. You should be very alarmed. This should be playing every day. Not just the rhetoric, but this should actually be playing every day. Because really, this is what the party of extremists have in mind for this country. They no longer want a democracy. So this is very important. They may espouse many things, and they do. But they do not want democracy. Now, some of the followers, they're living in an illusion. They have a dream going on. They don't really get it. But I believe a great deal of them want to win at any cost, even if it costs us our democracy. I'm going to give you something to think about, and I want you to listen to these words. So I'm going to play this for you. This is really, really important. This is from the Lincoln Project.
I knew on January 7th that Donald Trump was morally and ethically responsible for January 6th. What I wasn't sure of was whether or not there was criminal culpability there. And what the Select Committee, I think, did an excellent job of doing was investigating January 6th and the weeks and months leading up to it. And I think Trump absolutely knew what was going to occur that day. And I think we now have evidence of that. And so I believe that Donald Trump absolutely is criminally culpable for the activities of January 6th. He should be indicted, and I think he should be tried.
Wow. In case you didn't know that voice and you looked away from the screen, that was Michael Fanone. He was one of the police that was there that day, defending the Constitution against the party of extremists. And I know my words might seem tough, but watching the news every day, I can see that they are really understating the threat that we have within. So I want you to really think about it. If you want a democracy, if you want to keep your democracy, you need to participate. And a lot of you younger folks out there, this is really more about you than it is us. Think about it. They want to take away your right to have a democracy. We've had a chance at democracy, and many have done well. Many have tried to improve it and still are working on trying to improve it. The other side wants to take it away. They do not want you to have a democracy. They want you under their boot. Now, some of you, an authoritarian state might appeal to you, but I know many of you it does not. At one point, we did lead this world in democracy. Now we're number 36, and we're deficient. I want you to think about that. We'll be right back.
It's my dad. He's been acting really strange. It's like he's a different person.
Everything's fine, Kayla.
What happened?
Something hit me.
Can I help you boys?
Either the entire town's going crazy or we are.
Maybe it's like mass hysteria or something.
Zach?
What is it?
What the hell? Mom?
What the hell are they? I don't know. Here's what we do know. First they bite you.
No! Then they turn into you.
You're not my mom. I want to go with Kayla. We need to get Joey.
Can we get Joey?
And get our footage uploaded. Once people see what's going on here, they'll send people to help.
Welcome back to the Michael Pugh America Show. And again, we are having a real conversation about American democracy failing, the internal threat and extremism cultivated in our United States. Once again, we are ranked number 36. Number 36 in regards to being a democracy, a deficient democracy. I'm hoping that the American public will be insulted by that, but that is our ranking. And that is very disturbing because I believe we don't realize as a people or we do not realize at all what is really happening. Everyone thinks that dictators come violently and they come swift, they come fast because we've watched too much television. It's not really true. Many of those who wanted to be emperors or dictators actually came through democratic processes. Can you believe that? People fell asleep. They fell asleep at the wheel. And so I'm just trying to get the American people to wake up. You young folks out there, you need to pay attention because it's really your future. Your future. So once again, I want to show you one more thing. So take a look at this. You need to start making a decision about what kind of world you really want to live in.
Oh, really? We're not gonna ram a big ass.
This dude is like a monkey right here. He's legit climbing on the roof of the tunnel. Yeah. Where?
Interesting. What did they need a ladder for? Why did they need a ladder if it's supposed to be peaceful? They need a ladder because they're going to try to get in any way that they can. The idea was that they were going to disrupt Congress. They were going to totally disrupt Congress. And why? Because they did not like the way the election turned out. So they decided that they were going to force Congress to see it their way by physical threat. Wow. So this is where we're at. This is our America. We need to take some real important steps here to safeguard democracy, to safeguard the Constitution. If the extremists are allowed to get control of the White House, they are going to get rid of the Constitution. They most definitely will. Or they're going to render it completely inert. What they want to do is take away your rights. They want to take away your rights. Right now, they're trying to package it one way. And as you saw before, they were attacking the media, and they didn't want to see mainstream media. I didn't see any media branding, so I'm not sure if that was mainstream media or not. But you know what they want. They want to be able to actually create the narrative themselves. They want to tell you what you should see versus what you really saw. And that's really what's happening. And that's nothing new, for our country. But right now we have to approach everything with eyes wide open. Democracy needs us. Democracy around the world needs us. I'll be back after this.
I know who you are. I love your music.
Well, thank you.
I repudiate the day I gave that bastard lessons. May he die and go to hell. He stole my gift!
I decided to put an end to all this madness.
You have another son.
You are not my brother!
You've been more of a dad to me than he ever was.
Get yourself together, bro.
Yeah, You ain't no Miles Davis, okay? If you're Miles anything, it's miles away. Ah!
Only a fool would let his cash cow leave the herd.
A little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Just white powder. Bring her back about an hour.
What's wrong with you? Killing wasn't part of the deal. This scam was about money.
You're not in this band because you're my brother. You here because can't nobody play them ivories the way that you can.
Put the guns in the bag now.
Having those meetings without me? Thought we spoke about that.
I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
And that was Miles Away. And in closing, I'm not going to keep you long tonight because this is an ongoing series, but we are going to be talking about our failing democracy and things that we can actually do to make sure that we keep our democracy. The 2024 elections are very important because you're either going to vote for democracy or you're going to vote for a dictator. And that's basically the best way to put it. And that's not good. I make light of it only because it just sounds so crazy that we're really having this conversation. The United States, 36, ranked 36, a deficient democracy. 36. The Czech Republic is ahead of us. Can you believe that? The Czech Republic is ahead of us. Greece, Slovakia. Okay. There are countries that were part of the Soviet Union that are ahead of us. We need to really think about it. And they're listed as working democracies. We need to have a real conversation. So join me next time. Let's fight for democracy. Have a good night.
Gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time, and I came to groove. The whole band's here, and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. Coming out the jacket, cause we're turning up the heat.